In this video, you will learn the deeper meaning of the planet Mars in Kabbalistic astrology and mythology. You will learn about the spiritual principle on the Tree of Life, which underlies the meaning of Mars, and learn about the significance of Mars in relation to the animus in the horoscope. Experience mystery knowledge of the Brotherhood of the Eternal Light in serious and vivid form presented in this video. Brotherhood of the Eternal Light, teaching the Western Mysteries. This video is part of our interactive online course in Qabbalistic Astrology. You will find the link in the description. Mars. A brave warrior, fiery soldier in the stars. The male principle of action is represented by Mars. Basic meaning. The symbol of Mars is also found in alchemy, where it is used for the metal iron. It unites a circle and an arrow. This is often interpreted as a shield with a spear, the symbol of Mars, the god of war. Iron stands for the masculine in contrast to the metal copper, which is considered feminine. And the astrological symbol also generally stands for masculinity or the male gender. The planet Mars is called Madim in Hebrew, the reddened one, and can be seen in the night sky as a reddish glowing point of light. The Sephirah on the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, which underlies the meaning of Mars, is Gevurah. In the macrocosmic Tree of Life, Gevurah corresponds to the active force principle of the higher mental plane. Gevurah is assigned the mother letter Shin, which stands for the fire element, and thus embodies the principle of force. Here you see the course of the Shin on the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, thus the Sephirot to which the Shin is assigned. Gevurah is also on the Pillar of Severity, whose function is limitation. From the various assignments, it is evident that Gevurah represents an active, limiting force principle. An example of Gevurah's active limiting force is found in ethics. It is the limiting force of the prohibitions, "Thou shalt not." From the meaning of Gevurah, the spiritual principle which is the basis of Mars, its meaning solidifies. Mars in astrology stands for courage and bravery. Mars in mythology. The Sumerian or Babylonian god Nergal is the equivalent of Mars in ancient Mesopotamia. Nergal was the god of war and disasters, and when he married Ereshkigal, the goddess of the underworld, he became the god of the realm of the dead. The equivalent of Mars in Egyptian mythology is the god Horus, the son of Isis and Osiris. Conceived by a spiritual mental conception, he therefore represents a purely spiritual being. He has overcome the negative aspect of Seth and corresponds to the spiritual warrior and victorious king. In Greek mythology, the equivalent of Mars is Ares, the god of war. Ares was the lover of Aphrodite. This corresponds to the same principle known in alchemy, where iron is the counterpart of copper. Finally, in Roman mythology, we find Mars, the god of war. He loved battles and violence. He was strong and fast. He was also known for his rash and impetuous nature. Because of his cruelty, he was one of the least popular deities in the Roman pantheon. Astrological significance. Mars and its position in the horoscope show in which ways and in which areas we use our energy. The virtues of Mars are courage and willpower. The vices of Mars are destruction, anger, aggression, depression, anxiety, and nervousness. The connection between Venus and Mars mentioned at the beginning is also significant in the horoscope. While Venus corresponds to the anima, Mars represents the principle of the animus. For a man, the animus represents his inner ideal image of masculinity. For a woman, the animus represents her ideal image of masculinity to which she is attracted. Movement and speed. Mars needs about 2 years for its orbit through the zodiac. Thus, he moves about half a degree per day in the radix, and accordingly takes about 2 months to traverse a zodiac sign. Mars goes through retrograde every 2 years for a little more than 2 months. Domicile and exile. Mars rules Aries and is in exile in Libra. The effect of Mars is consistent with the nature of the sign Aries. In the sign of impulsive and spontaneous Aries, Mars's daring and assertiveness are particularly well displayed. In Libra, on the other hand, where there is a need for harmony, especially with fellow human beings, the combative energy of Mars is out of place, and the mild nature of Libra weakens its power. Mars also rules in Scorpio and is therefore in exile in Taurus. The effect or influence of Mars also corresponds with the nature of the sign of Scorpio. In the sign of Scorpio, who radically wants to delve into the depths and release hidden potentials, the energy and willpower of Mars can be used optimally. According to the motto, "And so long as you haven't experienced this, to die and so to grow, you are only a troubled guest on the dark earth." In Taurus, on the contrary, Mars is in exile, for where material goods, security, and stability are concerned, its energetic transformative power is not wanted. Exaltation and fall. Mars is exalted in Capricorn and in his fall in Cancer. The effects of Mars is in harmony with the nature of the sign Capricorn, for where impulses to ambition and drive are called for, willpower, the assertiveness as well as the courage of Mars can develop and express themselves well. In Cancer, on the other hand, the nature of the planet Mars does not express itself well. For, where it is a matter of receptivity and concern for others, the power and energy of Mars can oppress the other or quickly become too much. Let's summarize the meanings of Mars. The symbol of Mars is the circle with an arrow projecting upwards at an angle. The spiritual principle is Gevurah. It corresponds to strength and bravery. Mars indicates how and in which areas one applies one's energy and willpower. The virtues are courage and willpower. The vices are destruction, anger, aggression, depression, anxiety, and nervousness. Mars is in his domicile in Aries and Scorpio, and is exalted in Capricorn. Mars is in his exile in Libra and Taurus. In Cancer, he is in his fall. Mars needs about 2 years to complete one orbit through the zodiac, or the radix. If you liked the video, let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to activate the bell. See you soon in our next video.